Hello, my name is Periklis Iakovakis. I'm from Greece. I'm a world champion in the 400-meter hurdles athletics event, and I'm also 4 times Olympian. I'm the chair of the European Athletics Athlete Committee. I'm the chairperson of the European Athletics Athlete Committee and ex officio member of the EA Council, European Athletics Council. And I will be the moderator for our next session. And I have to say that I'm really happy, and it's really nice to see Manolis, a good friend, a great athlete, a great champion, and one of the big hopes for the future of athletics in Greece, not only in Greece, but also in Europe and in the world. So please do not forget to follow our hashtag, slash frontrunners 2022 all together, and to send your questions in the streaming or in the chat, so we can see them and then we can discuss about your questions. So let's welcome Emmanuel Karalis. Just to remind you that he has a lot of big successes and medals here, but most recently he was fourth in the Olympic Games in pole vault last year in Japan. So he will speak on the subject studying while competing around the world. And I want to hear how easy it is for him to study and to compete internationally in a sport like athletics. Manolis, the virtual floor is yours.
Thank you, Periklis, and thank you everyone for having me. So my name is Emmanuel Karalis. I'm 22 years old, and as Mr. Periklis told that I was fourth at the Olympic Games in Tokyo, and hopefully I will continue to have bigger successes, just like Periklis, hopefully. So yeah, that's definitely studying and competing is not easy. It demands to have a strict plan, to prioritize your program and have a time management. So it's definitely not easy. But yes, the good thing that happened to me was when I'm a degree student, and I study marketing and communications. So this program and this study that the college gave to me made me prioritize and plan my working time and my study time and my competition, and actually really helped me do both and do them both effectively and efficiently. So yeah, it's definitely not easy, but with the right planning, it can work.
Okay, I just want to. I personally know how hard it is, but I want also the attendees to understand how complex and how difficult it is to have this kind of time management. So the attendants they have to know, first of all, that track and field is a sport mainly event. So it's a summer, mainly event. It has mainly a big summer season. But your sport has also an indoor season. Pole vault has also an indoor season. And I really know how hard it is to train and to follow this daily school schedule. So how hard was it for you to train and compete when you were younger as a student in high school, for example?
Okay, when I was younger, the demands on the sport weren't so tough, because I weren't a professional back in the day. So everything was much easier. I was studying at the morning. I was doing some homework at the evening, and then I was going to the stadium to train. But now I'm in college, so um, I'm in college and I'm a professional athlete. So everything, the bar was rising. So everything was much harder. but yeah, as you said, Periklis, that my sport is an indoor and an outdoor season. So the competitions that we have are a lot, and we have to travel all around the world. And I also have to study, so it's really hard. But as I said, time management is so important for me, and you know, schedule I schedule my program every single day, so I keep up with the work. I try my best to attend in class when I'm in Greece, because I'm only 3 or 4 months in Greece. So yeah, as I said, it's really hard, but yeah, the prioritization and the organization of the program is something really important.
Okay, so let me just ask you something else. I really know very well the sports facilities that Deary College has. It's wonderful sports facilities, and I'm sure that this is something really helpful for you. But from the other side, I want you to share with the rest of the attendees a daily schedule of yours now, that moment, because nobody actually knows. I know personally, but please
Yeah.
share, please just share your plan, your yesterday. Okay,
Okay.
just tell us your day yesterday or Monday. Just tell us your Monday.
Okay. So I wake up at 6 o'clock, 6:30. Um, I get my breakfast. I do some. I train until 10 o'clock. Then from ten to 1, I go to school. I study, and then I get back home. I do some homework until 5 o'clock. Then from 5 to 8, I go back to train. I go back to the Olympic Stadium, and then I train. And then I get back home, and from 9 to 10, I study again and I do the homework. So yeah, that's a typical day for me.
Okay, so not so easy, I have to say.
No,
But
not so easy,
I
but
yes,
but
yes,
it's something that I really enjoy. I really like studying, and I'm in marketing, and I study marketing, and I really love to to become a professional as well, and beyond my sport. So yeah, it's something that I really enjoy, and yeah, it is hard, but it's something that I love, so it doesn't matter.
yes, that's great. Exactly this. This is the answer. Because you love it, it doesn't matter. Because you do what we have to do because you want to be the best in your sport. So I'm really familiar with this kind of way of thinking. Uh, uh, just let me ask you something else. We all know, especially in the sports family, we all know how important it is, the importance of the dual career. And what you're doing is the definition of the dual career. So you have your professional sports career, and you're following your path now to the studying career. And hopefully you will finish, and then you will be able to have you will have all the knowledge and all the experience to continue your life after sport. And just tell me, have you ever? Are you wondering how are you wondering how important it is, the dual career aspect for the athletes, not only for you, but are you also talking to your colleagues and try to tell them to prioritize their way of life in order not to leave the college career behind?
Of course, most definitely, it's really important having a dual career, and yeah, I try to speak with all my teammates and all my colleagues at the sports, and Most of the athletes, of the professional athletes, because their schedule is so hard, their training is so hard, they don't even consider getting in, following a double career. But yeah, when I got injured 2 years ago, I I I stepped back and I thought myself, what would happen if, uh, knock wood, something would happen and I would not continue to do my sport? What will happen? And then I got myself into college, and then I figured out that, you know what, except from sports, there's something else that I can follow and something that I love. So yeah, it's something really important, because being athlete, I'm not gonna always be an athlete. So I have to be able, to provide and get all this knowledge, and to be able to follow another path after my athletic career. So yeah, it's really important to have a dual career.
Mhm. Well, now one question from the audience, Mrs. Stella Livadi. I hope I'm pronounced correct the name. Livadi. She's asking, what do you think are the most significant barriers to studying for an elite athlete like you?
Well, as I said before, a big barrier that you have to overpass is finding yourself and being able to uh, your your studies and your training. So time management is one of the most important barriers that you have to surpass in order to succeed in both.
Mhm. You mentioned time management quite a few times, but just I'm wondering, the support from your family, isn't it equally important?
Of course, having a family that understands and always and supports you all these steps at the time. It's really important. So yeah, I'm lucky that I have a family that understands and knows the position that I'm in, and they know that there are a lot of challenges, but it's really important having a family that supports and helps the kids to, you know to 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 help them achieve their goals.
Okay, and Stella is also asking, just can you say us about your last year experience in Tokyo, and what was the most difficult thing that you had to face while you were there? Not during the
Yes.
preparation, because we all know that with the coronavirus and the last couple of years, it was a totally mess in the sports calendar and in the sports preparation, generally in the world of sports. But can you tell us what was the most difficult thing that you faced personally during the games in Tokyo?
Yeah, it definitely, just like the most athletes, the spectators was something that really made us feel that it was not something that we expected. Where I was at my first Olympic Games, and being at the Olympic Games and expecting I was expecting to see crowd in a packed stadium, and going there, and of course, of coronavirus, everything would be much compressed. But yeah, there were no spectators and no audience, and that made it a bit difficult to make us compete at our finest. But I'm young, I'm 22, and hopefully I will have much more Olympic Games to competing. So
Okay. Well, I'm just wondering, and I'm reading now a question from Katya Manda. How come you didn't study sports management to be able to see how an event that you are competing in is organized?
yeah, I was thinking about getting in sports management, but I wanted to challenge myself and study something that I was not familiar with, something beyond sports. I didn't want to study something in sports because I wanted to see if I'm good at something that was not that it didn't include sports. So marketing is something that it has a wide it has a wide perspective, and I could choose to then start at do sports marketing. But right now I'm on marketing, and we will see. Maybe I mean we will see.
Well, 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 they are pretty close at the
Yeah,
actually. So I think that the knowledge of the one sector is quite similar to the knowledge of the other sector. Plus, you have an indoor experience and indoor knowledge as an expert. And I have to say that also from my side, being in the position I am now in the European athletics and being able to be involved in each year competition from the organizational point of view, from the LOC point of view, I can understand the challenges, I can understand the difficulties, I can understand everything. Plus, I have the inside knowledge and the inside way of looking from the sports, especially from the athlete's point of view. But I just wanted to ask you. I don't know if there's another question. No, there's not other question yet. I just want to ask you now. Do you think that you're going to use all this knowledge in your post career right after finishing your sport in, I don't know, quite a lot of years? I hope that you will be healthy and you can compete for as long as you want, for as long as your body is fine and you can compete. But you might not know how important is the steps that you're using now. But have you ever imagined your life in 10 years, in 15 years?
Oh wow. To be honest, I have never thought myself how I would be in 10 years, because I'm a person that I always think about what's gonna happen the next hour or the next 3 or 4 hours. But no, I haven't thought myself how I'll be in 10 years. But most definitely, I will definitely use all the knowledge that I have, and I will have, and I will gain throughout my college career. And yeah, it's something that it will definitely be something
Okay.
really.
Well, I'm saying this because I remember athletes, and I know a few of them that they knew from the beginning that they wanted after the sports career is over, they wanted to follow this path, and they were really committed from the beginning. That okay, when I will finish, I will be a coach, for example, or I'm studying physiotherapy and I will be the physiotherapy related to sports in the sports sector, or I will be a doctor, or I will be a lawyer, or whatever it is. But um, I think that's why I'm asking, because in quite more not so few athletes, but there are a lot that they really know from the beginning what they want to do. But it's also good for you that you still have you still have your mind open.
Yeah.
One more question from the audience. It says here, many Greek athletes live in Greece and they go abroad for training camps. Are you planning to do the same this year?
Yes, I'm going. Actually, I'm in after in a week from now. I'm going. I'm going in Greece on a training camp in Kalamata, but at the summer, because I'm competing at the World Outdoor Championships in Oregon. I'm gonna do a training camp in Seattle, Washington. So yeah, I'm gonna do a training camp in the
Well,
US.
we have to say now to the audience, Manolis, if you allow me, that this year, especially this year, because we had all these postponements of the big major events of the sports events, just like Olympics, that they were postponed from 2020 to 2021. So that means it was a kind of a pool now. So the 2021 World Championships postponed for this year, 2022. So this year we're going to have three actually major athletics championships. The one is the World Championships that it's happening in Oregon, as you said, in the United States in the middle of July. And then is the Commonwealth Games that, okay, we are not involved, but there are a lot of countries that they are involved there in, I think it's in Birmingham. And on the 15th of August, it's the European Championship